Hello, welcome to the craft room in Spain. I just wanted to show you these beautiful papers my friend Sharon has got for sale in her Etsy shop. She's given me some to have a play with, and I know what I'm going to do with them. I'm going to use them to cover some envelopes, but I will print them off again and use them in a journal as proper book pages. I printed off 2 to a page, so they're all like receipts and journal old ledger pages, but I think they're just wonderful and perfect for journaling, junk journaling. This one I printed 4 off to a page because I thought I could do some little notebooks, just cut them along the middle and fold in half to do some journal pages like that. But I'm going to use some old book pages to make some envelopes, which I have made before, but I was watching the video again from Joey DeFee and I thought I'd just love making those, and I've still got a load in my stash. But these will be great for decorating up as well. So I'm going to get folding the envelopes and I'll get a couple of samples ready to show you. Okay, I've made a few envelopes and I've used these papers to sort of decoupage on the top, collage, and I think they look fairly good. I'm just putting a fastener on this one. I've done these two with the little swing fasteners. These are from an idea by G Care. So they're just nice little, a bird from my stash. I think it looks a bit like a chaffinch, not sure. And a word from G Care. I love these little fasteners. I've just sat and made a load this morning. And these words are from Clarity Stamp. So I'm just gluing this fastener on. I think I have a video on making these envelopes and these fasteners, and I just need to choose a word for this one. Keep that pressed down while I decide. I don't want a white one because they're too bright. Let's choose amazing, that one. And even though these are stickers, I do put glue on because they do tend to flick off, especially when it's warm over here. Let's put that away. So I just need something on the top there. It's a bit too big. Oh, I'm not sure though. I think that's quite nice actually. I do like that. I'm going to just ink the edges up. That's a bit, but I printed it on white paper and it's a bit stark against the beige. So what I've decided to do with the rest of the papers is make a little journal. And when I was making these fasteners, I was cutting up an Amazon, you know, the stiff cardboard envelopes that they use sometimes for Amazon goods. I cut some strips off that. So let's just put that on there. It sticks over the edge a bit. I can always just trim those bits off. Yep, just a little bit. Yes, I quite like that. Right, so what I was doing with the rest of these sheets from Sharon, I've been making envelopes yesterday at Craft Club. That's not Sharon's, these. I've got these left, so I'm going to cut them down and use as pages like that, and I'm going to stencil on the back. And I might keep these as 4s, or I might print some more off, which I will print some more off. But this is what I was talking about, these sort of cardboard envelopes that you get something in from Amazon. I'm going to cut one piece. It's just, so it's not going to be a massive journal. and I'm going to cover it and have a spine. So I'll probably put 2 signatures in. Let's just choose a piece of this paper, fold it in half. I will cut the white edges off, that's not a problem. So I'm going to have that. I'll probably just do about a 1-inch spine there. Let's just get my scoreboard in. So that's about 29.5 centimetres. So if you had 28, it would give a 1.5 centimetre spine, I think. And how these pages are about 13. Yeah, I think 14. And I'll just do that mark there. Just test that and see. That'd be a little bit shorter. No, that's too short. So I'll have to go on that one. Let's just turn it over and score it again. I might make this into a more shabby chic journal and pad it and cover it. So I think that will be fine. The front is very slightly larger than the back, but that's fine by me. It's only a fraction, about 1/8 of an inch. And then the pages will just, once the white sides are cut off, they'll just fit in perfectly. And I probably have two small signatures. So I'm going to go off and do that. I've just printed a few more pages, so what I'm doing is I've decided to keep them, the white bit in the middle will be hidden within the signature. So I'm just ripping the white edges off. Now I normally cut these on the guillotine, but I decided to go a bit shabby and vintage. So I'm just tearing them with my ruler, and then I'm just doing a bit of stenciling on the other side, on the white side, just to take some of the whiteness stock. Oh, that went a bit off-piste, but never mind. Take some of the starkness away. So I've got it's like sort of grungy letters, this one. They're all different sizes, and so it's quite nice, just a little bit different. So that looks better than just a plain white page, I feel. And I'm not bothered that that hasn't torn straight at the top there, but it is a junk journal after all, which I know I am always saying. So I'll go off and get all these ready to be sewn in for a signature. Okay, I've gone ahead and put some brown paper as a cover, and I've put my usual piece of ripped sheet to secure the binding, the signatures rather, and I've put tea-dyed paper just to hide the turnover bits. Now I've got my 2 signatures ready, near enough. I'll just have a quick flick through. See, I've done the stenciling. On a 2 pages, I've just done a little fold over, which I shall just make into a little pocket for one of those gorgeous envelopes. So I think these papers look really nice. Similar shades to the tea-dyed paper as well. So I'm not sure. I don't think I'll put any other book pages in, because I think by the time the 2 of them are stitched in, it's going to be reasonably full. And obviously once you've got stuff in the pockets as well. So I'll go ahead and get those stitched in. Okay, I've just about got it finished. As you saw before, I'd made the cover with brown paper, and an envelope from Amazon. I've had this coffee dyed material, and that's the other half of it. So I put a scalloped edge on the front and a scalloped edge on the back. Wrapped it all in this gorgeous ribbon that Sue Wilson gave me once at a craft show. And this is part of a top that I took apart from the charity shop. And that's some bits from it there. So let's get inside and have a look. That's 2 more pieces of Sharon's ephemera digital there. In the front, I've stuck one of my pockets from 12 by 12 paper, how to make 2 pockets. And these journal cards are from Yvonne Preston. They're a freebie in her Ko-fi shop. So I've put, I think there's 6 altogether, no, 8 altogether. I've put some in the back pocket as well. And then I've just, one of my booklets, a mini book there, I've just slotted over them all. And a little word there from G Care. Put some lace on, just to pretty it up a bit. Then it's all the papers, and all I've done is one of the pages I've just turned over, and I've put one of my envelopes in, using Sharon's papers again, which you saw before. And inside each envelope I've just put 3 or 4 journaling cards, and these were a freebie from Sassy Planet Studio. So they just clip in there, and I've put one of my paper clips with some dangles on just to hold that in place, and that hangs out the top of the page. And as you saw before, I stenciled over some of the white pages. That's loads of journaling space. That's another piece from Sassy Planet, and one of my dangle paper clips on there, just holding that in place. I've tried to keep it fairly flat, you know, not put too much thickness in, because it is 2 signatures and it is quite chunky. And let's find the other pocket somewhere. There. Put lace on that one, and another of the envelopes there. And the same in that one. And then on the back page, it's the other part of the pocket from a 12 by 12 paper. I'll try and remember to link my video when I make those. And the other 2 journaling cards, just slot in the 2 pockets there. And I've just put a bit more of that lace and a flower that was in my stash. And there we go. I think it's turned out really well. And I think they're a lovely set of papers from Sharon. So head over to her Etsy shop rather, and I will put the link down below for you. And this journal is for sale for the charity again. At least €20, because most of that goes on postage, 15.35 I think it is on postage. So not much goes to the charities unless you're generous enough to donate a bit more too. Okay, thanks for joining me today, and I shall see you next time. Bye.